Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Let's take a look at this. I'm fully calibrated, but guess what? I'm now going to be fully calibrated all the time. The new sensor I started yesterday keeps me calibrated all the time. No more finger pokes 4 times a day. The blood sugar is there. And yesterday I had a low, and it was pretty close. I had a few calibrations all night, but it stayed pretty close within the sevens all night until this morning when I woke up and I peaked up at 8.7. So it went up a whole point. Morning time, I guess. So this is a nice feature. I'm looking forward to saving my fingers. But I've gone up to 8.2. I went down to 8 for a while there, but oh well. I have 1.2 units of insulin active in my system. So all looks pretty good. Now let's go over. Last night, I had a few little lows just after I started my sensor. Current sensor is saying yesterday I was 89%, 7% above. So let's go back here. 7% above, 4 below, so that's 11. So 1% equals 15 minutes. So that's 55 minutes. No, that's not right. Let's just use the calculator. So 11 times 15, 165 minutes divided by 60. For almost 3 hours yesterday, I was out of range. So something we'll have to work on today. Get back here. 7% above is too much above. That's also because I had glucagon, so we'll just have to work on this, and so that I don't have glucagon. Again, this number's up, so it'll bring that number up. So all in all, this is working. So we'll see how it goes. Today's going to be the first full day of utilizing this. Yay! Today, however, I want to talk to you about insulin demands. So let's go. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Insulin demands are different for everyone. I know that sometimes we have medication shared amongst people. It shouldn't be done. However, we all know that it happens. And, I usually take 3 of these pills at night, and I can sleep all the way through. Insulin's different. A, you should have your own bottle of insulin. B, you shouldn't be following other people's doses. You should have a conversation with your doctor. Now, just a little aside, tomorrow we're going to be doing support video, and the day after we're going to do finding a doctor and why that is so important. So, everyone has different insulin demands. And just because this demands of this type of insulin worked for you Doesn't mean it's going to work for me, doesn't mean it's going to work for every other diabetic out there. That was designed for yourself. That has nothing to do with me. So don't be out there giving people saying, oh, well, this insulin works wonders for me. I don't think it's really a big thing, but that is why. You're going to cause another person either to have super high blood sugars or super low blood sugars. Switching a medication should not be done pure and simple. Everyone has a different demand. Everybody's blood sugar control is set at different levels. An example of this is kind of an example and it isn't. Years ago, we did urine testing. That was the only way we could tell how well our treatment plan was going. You had to do a first void, and then you could test your second void. And you did with a dipstick, and you matched up the colors and would say how much urine was in my bloodstream versus your blood, or how much, sugar was spilling from your kidneys into your bladder. But there was something called a renal threshold, and mine could be higher than yours. Some people with the same blood sugar were giving 4% sugar, while others were getting negative. It was so hard to tell. That is why blood test was a good winner. And now we've gone so far that now we have sensors that are fully calibrated all the time. This is something exciting. Save our fingertips. Save our fingertips. But we have to be so alert, and now having a tool where we don't have to keep pressing our fingers and getting blood out of them all the time is a plus. So there's a phrase that comes to mind for years when I was first diagnosed, and I think it's still prevalent today, is people feel, oh well, I took this much insulin and it brought my blood sugars down, so let's take 3 times as much and I'll be perfect blood sugars all the time. And then they find out that they're having lows and they can't get out of the cycle. So you may feel that you're ready for more insulin to control your blood sugars. But I'm saying something a bit different. You need to work on developing a relationship with your endocrinologist, and you should have an endocrinologist. You should have a GP that takes care of all minor ailments, and you should have an endocrinologist that takes care of diabetes. That's the doctor. That's the diabetic doctor. They know the best. So talk to them if you believe you need more insulin. A lot of times, doctors now will give a guide to you to manage your own blood sugars. If you're riding high for 3 days, on the 4th day, or 2 days on the 3rd day, you can increase your blood sugar or your insulin levels 2 points. That could be, I'm not suggesting that in one bit. I'm just using that as an example. Talk to your doctor. Oh, I don't want to go to the doctor. You're making it like I have to run to the doctor every 5 minutes. You don't have to run to the doctor every 5 minutes. But if you're discussing changing your medication, you really need to be more alert to it. Come on. Because you could end up, as I did for years, and it wasn't because it was just the way my body was reacting. I wasn't taking extra insulin. But if you start playing around with your insulin, you're going to be passing out in a weird spot. I've told this story before. I was starting to feel a little lightheaded. And again, this wasn't because I was playing around with my insulin, but I was feeling like I was low. About, 3 blocks away was a convenience store. I saw the convenience store and across the street, and I was going to cross the street. Didn't end up across the street. I ended up in the middle of the road, face down, passed out. And luckily, a sheriff was out there. And BC has a different meaning for sheriff than most, and he called an ambulance and I was taken away. That's how dangerous it could be. Now, that's having too much insulin in your system. Now, if you're one that say, oh, well, yeah, the doctors don't know what they're talking about. I know my blood sugar better. Well, I do know my blood sugar's better. However, that's still because I've discussed things with my doctor. I have a diabetic nurse that I can bounce things off. I can send her a text, and then most times she'll answer back. So don't play around with your insulin. Your body has certain demands, and there is mathematical formulas that your doctor can utilize to come up with the amount of insulin required. Don't be, oh, I know better. I'm just going to get that perfect blood sugar. I'm going to be so perfect. You're only hurting yourself in doing that. You could cause medical problems. You could end up unconscious. You could be in danger from going unconscious. So don't go playing around. Discuss things with your endocrinologist first. It's always an important thing. That's it on our topic today. We'll be right back with tomorrow's video. Or not, we'll discuss tomorrow's video. My next vlog topic will be We're going to discuss support and having support systems for you and your diabetes. No one can do it alone. We need support. So stay tuned tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day. And remember, tomorrow I go live at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.